Welcome to Stage for Dreams, where your voice gets louder, your heart gets braver, and your dreams get bigger. Have you ever felt like you're invisible, even when you're in the middle of a bunch of friends? Maybe you're telling a story and nobody's listening, or you try to join in a game and it's like you're just not there. It's a weird feeling, like being a ghost in your own friend group. If you've ever felt like that, you're not alone. A lot of kids, even the ones who seem super outgoing, know exactly what it's like to feel ignored. But guess what? This isn't where your story ends. In fact, it might just be the beginning of something awesome. Let's start with this. You matter. Seriously. Your thoughts, your jokes, your wild ideas about space hamsters or underwater roller coasters, all of it deserves to be heard. But sometimes, in a group, it feels like only the loudest voices get the spotlight. So what can you do when you feel like nobody's paying attention? First, take a deep breath. Imagine you're blowing up the biggest bubblegum bubble in the world. Breathe in, then out, slow and steady. Sometimes, when we feel ignored, it makes us want to shrink or fade away. But you're not going to do that. You're going to puff yourself right back up, because you have every right to be seen and heard. Let's talk about why this happens. Sometimes friend groups have their own patterns. Maybe there's someone who's always the leader, or the jokester, or the planner. Maybe you're quieter, or maybe people just got used to someone else being in the spotlight. That doesn't mean you're not important. It just means things are a little out of balance. One way to bring things back to balance is to speak up. That can sound scary, but it doesn't have to be. Try this. Next time you're with your friends and you have something to say it a little louder than usual. Not yelling, just a bit more confident. Look at someone when you talk. Sometimes just making eye contact helps people realize, oh, they want to say something. If someone interrupts you, it's okay to say, wait, I wasn't finished yet. You might feel nervous, but practicing this is like building a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger you get. And if you're worried about sounding rude, remember, you're just standing up for yourself, which is a brave and awesome thing to do. But what if you try and you're still getting ignored? That can be super frustrating. Here's a secret. Sometimes the problem isn't you at all. Sometimes people just aren't paying attention. Maybe they're distracted, tired, or thinking about their own stuff. It doesn't mean you're not interesting or funny or cool. It just means you might need to shake things up a bit. Try asking questions. People love to talk about themselves. If you ask someone about their favorite movie or what they did over the weekend, suddenly you're the one starting the conversation. And guess what? When you show you care about what they think, they're more likely to start caring about what you think too. Another trick? Find something that makes you stand out. Maybe you're the only one who can whistle with your tongue, or you know everything about dinosaurs, or you make up the best games at recess. Let your special things shine. Sometimes being a little different is the coolest thing of all. But here's an even bigger idea. Maybe it's time to look around and see who else is feeling invisible. There's almost always someone else who feels left out. What if you teamed up? Sometimes the quietest kids make the best friends. If you notice someone sitting alone, go sit with them. Ask them about their favorite book or what they like to draw. You might end up with a brand new friend, one who really listens to you too. Let's be real though. Sometimes, even after all this, your friend group just isn't treating you right. And that really hurts. But here's something totally true. You deserve friends who see you, who laugh at your jokes, who want you around, who make you feel like you belong. If your current group doesn't make you feel that way, you're allowed to try finding new friends. You are not stuck. Think about the things you love to do. Maybe you love soccer, or drawing, or building stuff with Legos. See if there's a club or a group at school or in your neighborhood where you can meet other kids who like the same things. When you have something in common, it's way easier to connect, and you're way less likely to feel invisible. But what if you're shy? Or what if you feel like nobody wants to be friends with you? Here's a secret. Almost everyone feels that way sometimes. Even the kid who seems super popular probably worries about being left out too. The bravest thing you can do is keep trying. Say hi to someone new. Smile at someone in the hallway. You never know, a tiny hi can turn into a huge friendship. And don't forget about your grown-ups. Talk to your parents, your teacher, your school counselor, anyone you trust. Tell them how you're feeling. They might have ideas you haven't thought of, or they might have felt the same way when they were your age. You are not alone in this. Here's something really weird but true. The times when you feel invisible are actually helping you grow. They're teaching you how to be brave, how to speak up, how to look out for others. And someday, when you see someone else being ignored, you'll know exactly how they feel. That means you'll be the kind of friend everyone wishes they had. So let's imagine you're back with your friends again. You take a deep breath. You remember that you matter. You look at someone and say, "Hey, can I tell you about something cool that happened to me?" You speak a little louder, a little braver. If they listen, awesome. If they don't, you try again, or you find someone who does. Every time you stand up for yourself, you get a little bit stronger. Every time you help someone else feel seen, you become a hero in their story too. And if you ever feel lost or alone, remember this. There is only one you in the entire universe. Nobody else has your exact laugh, your wild ideas, your way of looking at the world. The world needs you, the real you, not a quiet shadow, not a copy of someone else. The real, amazing, totally unique you. So next time you feel ignored, remember, you have a voice. You have stories to share. You have friends out there who are waiting to meet you, maybe even kids who feel just as invisible as you do. And together, you can build a new group, one where nobody ever feels left out. Let's make a promise, right here, right now. Promise yourself that you'll speak up when you have something to say. Promise yourself you'll look out for other kids who feel invisible. Promise yourself you'll keep trying, even when it's hard, because you're worth it. You're more than worth it. You're amazing. And here's a secret mission, just for you. Tomorrow, find one person who looks like they need a friend. Say hi, ask them a question, invite them to play, or sit with you at lunch. It might feel scary, but you can do it. You have the power to make someone else feel seen. And when you do, you'll realize something incredible. You were never invisible. You were just waiting for your moment to shine. So shine on. The world is ready for you. Press like if you find this video helpful. Comment how you handled it. Whoever has a good story will have their comment pinned. Press subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming super fun videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.